stop. Do not get pre-approved until you watch this video. Even if you're already pre-approved, I highly recommend that you watch this video because I'm about to tell you some things that you have not heard from any other real estate professional or lender or bank or credit union out there. As a matter of fact, they are not going to like that I'm giving you this info, so stay tuned. So if you're looking to buy a house in the next 30 days, 6 months, or 12 months, this video is a must watch. Now, why is that? It's because all home buyers deserve their best shot at getting pre-approved, and when they do get pre-approved, they deserve the most competitive interest rate out there to get pre-approved for the max amount of money they can get pre-approved for, and they deserve to save as much money as possible on their mortgage payment and even their closing costs at the closing table. So I'm about to tell you how you can accomplish this, and it also be the path of least resistance for you. So here's a quick analogy to help put this in perspective for you. Let's say you're a golfer or a baseball player or a basketball player, and you're trying to master the sport. You're trying to get an edge on your competition, something to take you to the next level. So you invest into a coach, or maybe you start watching YouTubers, hopefully to find some advice that will give you that competitive edge. And maybe you find someone that says, hey, look, turn your foot a half inch this way or a half inch that way, which will do this to your golf swing or baseball swing, or maybe the slightest change in hip placement when you go to make that turn to help keep up with that wide receiver. And for you ladies out there, maybe you find some YouTuber makeup artist that tells you to use this brush and apply this method with this certain makeup. And these one or two little small adjustments that you hear about and apply give you the outcome that you did not know was possible and greatly exceeded your expectations. That is what this information is going to do for you just in the realm of buying a home. So before I go any further here, I do a lot of videos and I give tons of value that nobody else is giving you. Information like where are top schools in East Baton Rouge Parish, Livingston Parish, and Ascension Parish? What's the cost of living in our area? Maybe you're looking for the best deals with new construction homes. So go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel and also click that little bell so you won't miss out on any future content that I release. So let's dive into this unfortunate nastiness in home buying. Look, I could tell you story after story where I run into a hopeful home buyer that went to a lender, a bank, or credit union, and they got turned down for a mortgage when they absolutely shouldn't have been. Or maybe they didn't get pre-approved for as much money as they really wanted to, and they were about to have to settle for a home that they really didn't want. Or maybe this lender that they got connected with didn't have a background in credit repair, and they could have done just one or two little small things to drastically improve their credit score, which would have resulted into a much better interest rate, which would have saved them thousands of dollars on their mortgage. But maybe the realtor that they initially got in touch with didn't really do the homework on the differences with these banks, credit union, and mortgage lenders, and didn't understand how critical of a decision this really is. So as a result of this, we've got home buyers not getting pre-approved. They're paying too much money in lender fees. They're not getting pre-approved for the amount of money that they want to get pre-approved for. And some of these buyers are even having their deals fall through after they get their home under contract, and then later being told that they couldn't buy, and therefore they're wasting a lot of money and a lot of time. And this could have been avoided. It's because of those scenarios and many more that have caused me to put in the work to make sure that I find your best options out there, because I want to put a dent in these buyers that don't get pre-approved when they should have been. I want to make sure I connect you with an expert who can make sure that you get the best deal out there with the best interest rate, because I know this is extremely important to the home buyer and you deserve to be partnered with the best so you can get the best result. So for the sake of time here, I'm only going to talk about two big enemies for the home buyer, and that first enemy is going to be what's called lender overlays. I think it's a safe guess to say about 98% of the lenders, banks, credit unions in our area all have lender overlays. And you as a home buyer want to avoid that. Now you're probably asking, what in the world is an overlay and why should I care? Well, that's a great question that nobody knows to ask. So to put this as simple as I can, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, i.e. the government, puts out their rules and regulations and guidelines on what you have to do to qualify for a mortgage. This has to do with debt to income ratios, credit scores, what can be used as income. So what happens is all these banks and credit unions and lenders come in and they put their rules and guidelines and regulations on top of what the minimum standards are for the federal government. That is a lender overlay. They just play a much more conservative game than what the minimum standards are. So this just makes it a lot more difficult on the home buyer. It causes them not to get pre-approved for the amount of money that they may want to get pre-approved for, and many other things that I've already mentioned, but this is just not the path of least resistance for you. So here's a quick example that I'll give you, and this has probably happened more than 20 times in my real estate career. So I've run into buyers that have already been pre-approved by a lender, and let's say that their max was $150,000. That home buyer goes out and starts home shopping and really can't find anything that they really like. So they get to the point to where they either have to settle or they just change their mind about buying anyway. So luckily I get in touch with them and put them in touch with a lender that doesn't have any overlays, which results in them getting pre-approved for more money. That could be $20,000, $30,000. I've even seen some get approved for $50,000 more. So that ends up being an absolute game changer for them. Now why is that? What is the overlay that prevents them from qualifying for more money? Well, it has to do with debt to income ratios and credit scores. You see, most lenders in our area can only go up to 46% on their debt to income ratios. A lender with no overlays can go up to 56.99%. Also, most lenders want you to be a 620 credit score, where you can actually be a 580 or lower and still get pre-approved. So that's just a quick example on how lender overlays can hurt the home buyer. Now the second enemy here is just a lender's inefficiency and lack of knowledge. Now I know that's rather offensive, but it's true. You talk to any realtor that's been in a business for several years that sells a lot of homes, they will all tell you that deals fall through in our area all the time due to something popping up that the lender should have found on the front end. And we also run into the issue where these lenders and banks and credit unions issue a pre-qualification or a pre-approval to a home buyer. That home buyer should not have been issued that pre-approval or pre-qualification. This is mainly caused from lenders not efficiently doing their front end work and proactively looking for issues that may pop up later. And that could be just from them not verifying funds or income and things like that. And these things that pop up could be an issue because of a lender overlay, where it wouldn't be an issue with a lender with no overlays. So this is what's causing home buyers to go out there and spend money and time that they shouldn't have. So you need to be connected with a lender that is extremely efficient and has a reputation of being extremely efficient. Now another huge bonus here for the home buyer is getting connected with a lender that has a background in credit repair. And this could benefit the buyer that has a credit score in the 500s or even the 800s, because this lender can look at your profile and look for little opportunities to improve your credit score, maybe 25 points, 35 points, or whatever it may be, which will result in you getting a better interest rate and save you a lot of money on your mortgage. So how do we find the best of both worlds here? Well, I found a lender that has over 250 5-star reviews online. He's never had a deal not close after issuing a pre-approval. He has a background in credit repair, which has extremely benefited many of my clients, including myself. And this lender has absolutely no overlays whatsoever. So if you're looking for an opportunity out there to get the best deal you can get, the best interest rates you can get, save as much money as possible, and be teamed up with a lender that is extremely efficient and has no lender overlays, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Contact me on my cell phone, 225-445-0629. You can email me at bbrowning225@gmail.com, or if you're watching this on social media, you can direct message me on whatever platform you're watching this on. And look, even if you already have a realtor, I will still be willing to give you this info. If you're a realtor out there watching this and you want this information, you're curious on who this lender may be, just give me a call and I will also give this information to you. Like I said, my main goal here is to make sure we help as many home buyers as possible get the best deal they can get, have their best chance at getting pre-approved for the amount of money that they want to get pre-approved for. And we want to make sure that every deal closes. So thank you so much for watching, and please remember to go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel and click that little bell so you'll be notified when I drop my next video. Thanks so much and be blessed.